again, we have the video. We talked earlier about the Mr. McCay. But the auction company stands by its assertion that this was custom built for Elvis, and the red velvet carpeting and everything, the inlays all were done for him.
Well, what I can say is that the best evidence indicates that is. We're presenting the best evidence available.
And again, you checked the
paper
logs and the registration number.
We checked the FAA logs. We looked for maintenance records that might show otherwise. There's nothing there.
Okay. Did you say how long Elvis owned the plane?
No, because I never knew. I was just asking that, but I don't really know the answer.
Didn't he hear 30 years? No, he didn't own it 30 years.
It's been here at the airport 30 years. Correct.
Well, I was 62 model, and he died in 77, so that wouldn't work.
Right.
No, that doesn't matter.
I was journalism major, and I know that
Yeah.
much.
A lot of history in the plane, though.
A lot of history in the plane, yeah.
Did Elvis typically, he had an entourage. We know that, his bodyguards were. But he had a pretty large entourage, did he not?
Well, I just know what I read in the books and
Yeah.
see in the documentaries.
And I know you
Colonel Tom was usually with him, and
Uh-huh.
he traveled in style.
And he said you couldn't disclose the current owner. Can you say where they're from?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think we do know that. I'm surprised it's not in a hangar, though.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, just sitting out in the sun. I'm just saying.
I'm just
You're like, I don't know.
exactly.
And the hope is that it become a museum piece, or someone will use it for that purpose.
I think that's the highest and best use at this point in
Yeah.
its life.
Someone was telling me the engines have been removed. From
Yes,
the
there are
plane.
no engines in it.
And the pods we see there are fuel pods. They weren't part of the engine apparatus, just the fuel.
I think that's outside of my technical expertise.
Okay. Some of the amenities we saw on the plane were interesting. The TV, obviously, and the tap for beverages. As far as you know, that's all original as well. Not the TV itself, but the.
I don't have any reason to think otherwise.
Okay.
Let's put it that way.
Mhm.
And that's the best answer on all this is that there's no reason to think otherwise, and we're presenting what the documentation supports.
Right. And I think that makes sense because when you look at like historic houses, very few have had original owners for 150 years or 300 years or whatever. I mean, they've all been added to or taken away from or something like that over the years.
That's right. And the difference is that you don't have to report changes on houses to the FAA. So you have a little bit more of a paper trail that you would expect to have with this.
If the carpeting had been changed, would that be recorded with the FAA?
I've gotten mixed signals on that. It would either that or in the maintenance logs, and we don't have maintenance logs.
Okay.
And I don't know where they are. We do have the documents, showing the transfer of ownership from Elvis. All that's on the website.
Okay.
Capture images or whatever.
And we were asking earlier about if there were any known photos of Elvis inside or outside this plane.
I've asked, looked, I haven't come up with anything.
Okay.
And I asked the gentleman you were asking about. He didn't seem to have anything.